All right, let's give a few minutes for somebody to get on here, and we will do some live Q and A since we're sitting here anyway. Apparently, I need to go get my phone charger. See if we get some people on here. Um, we'll do a live Q and A while we're here tonight, just chilling, killing some time, hanging out down here in Florida. Um, Give a minute or two for some people to get on here, and we'll just hang out and talk. Got nothing better to do tonight, right? Uh, Woohoo! Yep. Is it getting any warmer up there, Russell? Colleen. Yep. So I'm just hanging out down here in Florida and killing some time. Feet propped up. We're done for today, and figured we'd just sit around and chat a little while. 60 degrees today. Um, about what it was here actually. I think it was 62 or 3 maybe today. So not much warmer in Florida than it is there apparently. Um, Spent a day working on a car. Actually, I think we spent a day working on rear end, but getting the car. I'm down in Florida helping out Riley's build their second fair lane, and we're doing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff did cutting all the old suspension out, putting all new stuff under it. No, I'm not competing in Sick Week. I can't type fast enough to get signed up for it. It sells out, and honest to God, that's the truth. It sells out before I can chicken pick the keys fast enough to get in. Although we are going to the track, I think it's Thursday when they're in the same town we are right now, and we are going to go out to the track Thursday and spectate Sick Week a little bit. But I am not competing this year in Sick Week. I can't. I type like this, and it sells out in like 2 minutes, and I can barely type my name in 2 minutes. So unless they give me some kind of disabled, handicapped starting point to type, I don't think I'll ever be able to get in it fast enough. Yeah, we'll be spectating. Thursday on Sick Week and just seeing who's there and hanging out in the pits a little bit, and who knows what we'll get to see. Um, Tell you what I've not seen. I was kind of joking about it earlier. This is my second trip to Florida, and I still ain't seen an alligator down here. I'm starting to think they're a myth. I think I've seen Bigfoot, more pictures of Bigfoot than I have alligators in Florida. I don't know what's going on down here. Also, apparently, this is a thing. I didn't make this up. This is a thing. Apparently, when it's cool like it is down here, iguanas fall out of the trees, and you just start seeing iguanas falling. Apparently, that's a thing in Florida. And although it seems to shock me, it's like everybody knew about that iguanas just fall out of trees. What? But apparently, when it gets cold, they just like paralyze and fall out of trees. Yeah, raining iguanas. Yep. I did not know that was a thing till this weekend. Um, so yeah, we're gonna go Thursday. I think they'll be in. I think it's Thursday. They'll be in Bradenton, and we're right up the road from Bradenton. So we'll be there to spectate and check them out. Um, I have not had one do that, but actually, someone was telling me today that they had a iguana fall out of the tree and bust their windshield. Right, falling gators would be a thing. Um, there's a canal right outside my hotel window right here, and I've been staring out that window, hoping to see one floating by, and I haven't seen one yet. Um, but when we get back home, we'll get started working on a little love truck, and we can get that thing running and give it to somebody else. Get that done. I got into Florida last night. Yeah, I got in about 11 o'clock last night, and we worked on the Fairlane till about 4 o'clock today, and got a lot done to it. And we'll be back out there tomorrow. I think we got everything cut off of it. We've got all the front suspension cut off, all the rear suspension cut off. I think we've got everything cut off. So tomorrow we can start building it back. Ditching the leaf spring suspension, going 4-link under it, done a bunch of cool stuff. I just figured I'm stuck in a hotel room for a couple of days, so the least I can do is jump on here and we can chat. Nope, haven't seen any gators yet. Haven't seen any. I don't know what happened with the oiling issue. I didn't actually find anything wrong with it. We took it all apart. The assembly video will be out this weekend. I didn't find anything. I didn't find anything wrong with the engine when we took it apart. All the bearings look good. Everything was clean. So we put it back together. I went ahead and put new bearings in it, and we put a new oil pump in it, and just put it back together. It makes 40 pounds of oil pressure. It makes 40 pounds of oil pressure. It makes 40 pounds of oil pressure on a drill, so it should be fine. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what the issue with it is, but we couldn't find anything wrong with it. How much horsepower will a 351 Cleveland with headers and a cam make? I had a lot of variables to that. If it's a bone stock Cleveland with, if it's bone stock Cleveland with just headers and a cam, 350 maybe, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, my street and eat shirt. A good 150 horsepower. Yeah. Um, so yeah, the engine is actually going. We're dropping it off to a dyno guy sometime this week. I won't be here for it being dynoed. I got to get back home, but it'll be dynoed probably later in the week or something. So we'll see what it does. But I didn't choose the hotel. The hotel was chosen for me. It is a very interesting color palette. I will give it that. I don't know. It's near an airport, so I guess it's just one of those. I don't know. It's also got some interesting shapes to it. Like there's some round walls in here for no reason. I don't know what to think about it. It's very very different, but it's a place to sleep, and it does the job. Um, I'm looking on the. It's not the same color as what's showing up here on camera though. It's a very peach color, which is still a weird color. No, it's not a fancy place. It's a sleep in. It's a sleep in hotel near the airport. Um, but I think it was chosen because it's the closest one to the shop that we're working at. I think is the reason it was chosen. Um, very, very upscale area around here. I have no idea if it's expensive, honestly. Yes, we are four linking the other fair lane. That's what me and one of the ladies worked on today is setting up the rear end. We was welding on the perches and uh, getting the rear housing, the fabricated rear housing ready to go in the car. We put all the perches and everything on, cleaned up the rear end, put all the perches on, and all the old suspension's been torn out of it. And it's one of those things where it's one of those universal four link kits. So you weld the brackets on, and then tomorrow we've got to cut the bars and weld in the bongs. So make our adjustments. We didn't get to that part today. Today was mostly about stripping all the old stuff off and getting it ready for the four link stuff tomorrow. Yeah, I enjoy it, and I think I enjoy it because it's a break from. But you know how it is, Russell, when you're doing the same thing every day. Um, when you're here every day, when you're doing the same thing every day and doing the same work every day, to go somewhere else to somebody else's shop and help them work on something, it's a nice break from the monotony of the routine to get to work with somebody else's shop and do something different. Like I don't think I can't even remember the last time I've completely just stripped a car down to the shell with cutting all the suspension out and everything and going from leaf springs to four links and just doing everything. The front suspension's changing too. The shock tires were cut out of the car today. All that stuff was cut out, and it's getting how is the name of the company pronounced? Hides, I think maybe Hines. Basically like a Mustang 2 type front suspension. It's going to have um, man, what do you call that? Like a rack and pinion steering. The whole 9 yards is going on in front. Yep, that's it. That company is getting their front suspension and rack and pinion, the whole 9 yards. So it's it's going to have some really nice stuff under it for sure, without a doubt. Uh, Honestly, I was half joking today, but with all the good stuff under it, kind of almost would Cody swap that thing. Yeah, it'd be nice if she would, if they would do no name nationals. They've got so much stuff on their plate that they do that I'm not sure schedule wise how it would work out because they have oh, Wyoming, wow. It would be nice if they would come because, but they've got so much stuff going on because they do SEMA every year and they do the Great Race every year and uh, they do a lot of those events. So it's kind of hard to boss nine for the win. Yeah, where are you going to find a boss nine though? Uh, I was told today that there is a company, and they told me the name of the company. I'll have to double check tomorrow and pass that name along. But apparently, you can have a Coyote engine shipped to you on a pallet that comes like with radiator, everything on it, wiring, the whole 9 yards, and it's literally you set a battery on the pallet, push a button, and it cranks up and runs on the pallet. Uh, Gen 3 Coyote, ready to run. Oh, that would be cool if they would come. I don't. I'll mention it to them again while I'm here. Um, we talked about Power Tour this year, but unfortunately, Power Tour is like the first week of June, and the Great Race is toward the end of June. So to do two basically cross country drives within a few weeks of each other would be a little much. So that one's out on them. But yeah, I'll mention No Name Nationals to them again tomorrow. Um, Honestly, that's one of those things where I was pretty sure they knew about it, but I don't know if they've ever talked about it or not. So it would be fun because they know Shane as well. So I think since they know Shane, that then they know of the No Name National. I think they know that Dallas as well. So um, I'm pretty sure they know of the No Name Nationals. But I'll mention that to them again tomorrow. I'm trying to think if there's any. I don't think there's anything that happens that time of year that I know of. So they may be able to pull away for a few days. Uh, that would be. I think they would have fun with it. Uh, I mean, there's no way not to have fun, really, honestly and truly. Uh, so I will. I'll mention it to them again tomorrow. See what they got because we had talked about some events and things that they have planned for this coming year. Oh wow, I did not know that. That would have been fun. A car build off. That would be fun. I think we should give her a quadrojet that would make her have to work for it. Or thermoquad. There we go. Give her a thermoquad. Handicap her. Oh, no. So yeah, the plan is get back home and get back on the Love truck, I believe, and we're gonna get the Love truck up and running and give it away to somebody. Um, it's probably good, especially in Elderbrock. Um, get back home, get back to work on the Love truck, and give it away to somebody. There'll be a video coming out on it before long. I know there's a video in the queue coming out this weekend, reassembling. the engine that we brought down here. Um, and getting it put back together. We never did find nothing wrong with that engine. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why, but um, we couldn't find anything wrong with it. Yeah, I'm excited about the. I'm excited about the Love truck too. I think after seeing everybody's comments as far as giving that truck away to be the best giveaway truck, I think what I'm gonna do with that truck is clean it up real good, repair the. I know two rusty spots that are on it. Repair those, clean it up real nice, and just go back stock with it. And um, I haven't decided it's got the steel wheels on it yet, but those trucks look good with those little white spoke wheels. So I may put. You can still buy those. I may put the little white spoke wheels on it and uh, go that route and powder coat them white and just make it run and drive. As far as parts, I've got to hunt up some parts for it that I want to do. Like I want to put a new gas tank in it because I don't know how long it's been. I don't really know how long it's been sitting, 20 plus years. And I don't know what the inside of that tank looks like. So I need to look around and see if there's replacement gas tanks available, and just put a new tank in it and run new fuel lines, new master cylinder, new brake lines, the basics. Just make it so it'll run and drive, and let some of them let someone let someone have a truck that is pretty much untouched, left alone, and somewhat original, and just let them be, just let it be what it's going to be. And then if somebody wants to lower it, lift it, whatever they want to do, then it turns into one of those father son, daddy daughter, whatever projects that can be done cheap, and they're starting with a vehicle that they can drive anywhere they want to. Because the little truck runs. I know everyone has not seen that yet, but I have started truck starts up, it runs, the motor's quiet, no noises. So I think it's going to be a good running little truck. The only thing I have not decided yet, and I think it all depends on how well the videos do, is we may paint the truck back, just paint it back the stock powder blue color, and just make a nice looking truck out of it and let it go. But turbo inlines, I don't think you can put an inline six in that truck. The front end of it is so short, like the four cylinder. Between the front of that four cylinder radiator is like this much space. I don't think there's no way you would shove an inline six in there. The truck fired right up and idled and just purred. Now what I don't know is because I only let it run a couple of minutes. What I don't know is until we just fire it up and just walk off and let it run is, you know, it's gonna run hot. Does it have maybe a blowed head gasket, you know, whatever, or something like that? But uh, that I won't know till we just let it run and just sit and run for a little while, and maybe drive it up and down the road a few times. But it fired up and run. That truck. That truck was, I would say that truck was very well babied. That truck was really well taken care of until the older gentleman passed away. And then, like so many times, it's the same story. family or whatever just didn't want the truck and just shoves it out in the field and piss on that truck, and we don't want it, and the truck just kind of sat. But I've seen so many times where uh, vehicles are just, especially older vehicles, are just taken care of, loved, garage kept, washed, babied, and then when somebody passes away, the family just does not care about that car, and they have zero interest in it. And they either scrap them or just leave them to rot or whatever the case may be. And I think that truck particularly is just grateful that it wasn't scrapped and thrown away, because it'll make somebody a great little truck. Um, I mean, shit, if you just want something to get around town with and uh, haul some firewood or something, I mean, that thing would be an absolute great truck. A lot of people don't realize it, but because it's a small truck, it's still a half-ton truck. It's same as the F-150 or anything. That's a half-ton truck, so it's still that truck is still a stout little truck, and I think it'll make somebody a great truck. And you're right, Russell. Anything's possible with some cutting and welding. That's for sure. I'm going to clean the interior real good. The dash pad is wasted on it from sitting out in the sun. The dash pads are available. I want to replace the dash pad on it. The door panels and all that are gorgeous in that truck. The steering wheel is still gorgeous. The seat doesn't have a single rip in it. So I'm going to replace the dash pad in it. And then as far as the outside goes, we may or may not paint it. But we're going to repair the rust and do the mechanical stuff. And then give it away to somebody on YouTube. And somebody will have a decent little truck. But well, I think I may just jump off here and catch up on a little TV and chill for a little while, and hang out. That turquoise blue, it doesn't show up in photos, but the blue on that wagon is actually tropical turquoise. It's a factory 1950, either 56 or 57 Chevy color. Um, it's a mix between Chevy color and white and Ford color, because it's a Corinthian white and tropical turquoise blue is what's on the wagon. But yeah, that color blue would look good. I may actually have enough of that paint left to paint that thing, but I don't know. I don't know if that would look. I mean, I guess it would look good on it. A turquoise love. It would be a lot brighter than what that truck was from the factory. From the factory, it was that real tame, light, powder blue color. I don't know. I got a fellow that does paint and body that said he might help us out with it, so we may end up getting it painted. Oh, it wouldn't take no 3/4. I don't think. Yeah, the 4x4 Mustang. I need it. As soon as I get a couple of these other projects out of the way, I'll start on that. I've got to get that Jeep CJ finished and out of the way. That thing needs to go home, so I need to get it finished and out of the way. And once the Jeep CJ is finished, then I will probably start pecking away at that. I got to figure out. That's one of those elephants. How do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? I got to figure out how to attack that elephant. So the first thing I need to do is strip that Blazer body off that chassis and all, and do some measurements, because I'm either going to have to stretch that chassis. I measured it when I first started, and it's like 6 inches difference between the two. So I've either got to stretch that chassis or shorten the car a little bit. 6 and 1.5 dozen other, I guess. I think it would look better to stretch the chassis a little. But I'll probably start on that after I get the Jeep CJ done and out, because that's gonna be that may actually go kind of quick because there's no rules to that. You don't have to stick to any. This has to be this way. This has to be this way. It's just stick panels up there and weld here and cut here and grind here and weld here and make something because they wanted a Mad Max apocalyptic kind of crazy build anyway. So that's something that doesn't have to look refined or finished. It's stick this body on this chassis, put some big tires on it, put a V8 in it, um, maybe an expanded metal grill in it. Just some kind of Mad Max wild fantasy build is what that's all about. Um, so it's one of those things where, although it's not my style and it's not something that I would ever do for myself, I think it may be something that turns out to be a lot of fun just because there's no rules to it. It's literally, let's just take this body and set it over here, and if we have to cut something, who cares? We have to cut the body a little bit to get it down or up or whatever. Nobody cares. So it's one of those things that there's no blueprint. There's no rules. It's just build it however it works. So what may end up happening is go the way that they used to do the monster trucks back in the early days of monster trucks and take this frame and build standoffs that's 3-4 inches to attach the body to, so the body's actually like a frame lift off the frame and level it up that way, and then that gives us more room for some big tires on it. I don't think we'll go crazy. We may do 32s or 33-inch tires on it, and then, like I said, expanded metal, just wire mesh grill across the front. Yeah, it's just going to be one of those Mad Max crazy builds that there is no expectations of it being this way or that way. It's just basically, let's make a 4-wheel drive Mustang somehow. So it may turn out to be a fun build just because we can literally throw anything at it we want. We've got the advantage of we have a drivetrain. We have a 4-wheel drive system there. We have the body there, so it's just making the two work together. So we'll see how that turns out. I don't know, but it'll start later this year. When I get back home, I do need to work on the load truck, but I also need to get the Cougar back in the shop and get the new transmission in the Cougar, the new rear end in the Cougar, and get the Cougar up and running too, because that Cougar's been sitting for a while, and I want to do the 2-lane blacktop deal with it this year. So I got to get the Cougar up and done before the summer. All the parts are there, so the Cougar should be a couple of days in and out. All right, guys, we've been on here about a half hour. I'm gonna cut out and chill in the room a little while and get some things edited and some video worked on, and I will hang out with you guys later in the week. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in for a little while. We'll see you guys later.